Hello guys, my name is Tom and this is a hotly anticipated episode of Talk Wrestling because I'm here with a good friend of mine, the one of the hosts and the techie guy, I'm going to call you.
No, Leaford's the tech guy, trust me.
okay, well, still a host then of Kickin Out At Three, who are another wrestling podcasting. You've done a few episodes of that, haven't you? You've done
60 now, I think. This is quite a few.
60 compared to this. This is my 9th one.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, man. You got to start somewhere. We've been doing this for like, I don't know, a year and a half now, really, so...
I've been doing this since December, so...
Hey, you're not doing too bad, you know, over 1,000 followers on Twitter, we have like a tenth of that.
Well, that is entirely down to me doing just a shit ton of those Follow Friday things. That's all I get for
UTTRob, that guy.
Oh yeah,
that guy's a legend, he got us to 100 followers.
Shout out UTTRob, if you're not following on Twitter, he also has a UTT Wrestling as well, and I think a UTT Football now, he's an all-arounder, so...
Yeah, if you're begging followers, that's the guy you want to
if you want to get your follow game up, then go to here, I'll link him in the thing, because I link everything in everything at this point.
Absolute beg you are, man.
Well, that's beep.
You should know it's your bloody equipment. You come to my studio with your own shit and you don't even know.
You told me to.
I was just being nice.
I was fully prepared to come here without any of this and just do it on your own. I thought to be fair, what I was expecting was to come here, sit down for about 5 hours with
I ain't got 5 hours today, mate. I really don't.
Well, I'm just going by the length of your other podcast things, which are
that's very
2-3 hours long.
Yeah, Hunter Brothers is like 3 hours, I think. Something stupid.
I listened to that. Oh, that was so.
Check it out, Mixlab, by the way.
The whole dentist story on that. I love that. The whole.
Oh my god! I think I think that's by far the best episode.
Yeah. I know. And I started laughing at that. Oh my god!
It was legend. You know, even just recording it, like, you know, Jim was there, an absolute bitch. You could see Lee just like, what the hell have I got myself into? You know, me and the boys were just absolutely pissing ourselves laughing.
Yeah.
And one thing I do like about every time we seem to have a guest on, like we had Millie first.
Yeah. So did I.
And then shock.
I just plug in my own thing. Don't issue with that. Plug in my own shit.
But yeah,
I can put right once, okay? It's my show.
You're odd. God almighty. This is how he treats his guests.
No, this
comes to my house.
This is how I treat people who I just dick around with, basically.
Dick around with, that's a good way of putting it. But yeah, like we had Millie first, then we had Charlie Evans, who was like legendary. And, I mean, that was the shortest one we had because she had I think she was going to pick up some new gear or something.
See, it says so much that your show's like 45 minutes, my show's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you're YouTube, man. YouTube's like a much shorter attention span.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Well, trust me, we've dabbled on YouTube before, like we'd probably come back at some point, but it's just so difficult.
It's, I do also do the whole SoundCloud and Mixcloud thing, but, I say I do that, I have forgotten the passwords to upload everything, so...
Reset password, Gmail and shit, that's all you need.
Well, no, it's not so much that I forgot the password, I just get to upload things to it. That's because, as I said, I primarily work with YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, so I don't really do much with the whole only audio thing, because... I rely on the visuals as well. You rely on the audio more than anything, and so
we rely on audio and then retweets.
Yeah.
So
I rely on audio and essentially plug in my own British news page to my bigger WWE page. That's what I rely on.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, you've got a decent old following on BOBTI though. You've got what? Just over a grand on Twitter.
Yeah, I've got
500 plus on Facebook.
I've got 1,500 something on. No, I've got 1,100 something on Twitter and 665 on Facebook.
Yeah, we're still like 160 something on Twitter.
Okay, I'll link you in the description. You need to fucking followers.
Nearly 4K views on the Lana Austin interview. Love
Which
that.
I will be doing. I should point out on the 30th.
Yeah.
So that'll
I'll lead you into that one.
Thank you for baiting me up for that.
Alright. Hey, you got to plug it, man. It's a big interview.
I'm not good at advertising.
No, honestly, I'll just say this right now. Lana's great to interview. You'll have a ball. You'll have a ball.
well, it's the difference there is that she'll be great to interview. I'm not sure how I'll be doing it. So that's the thing, because as I say, after 9 of these, I'm still shit at this. Okay. I know that I'm shit at this. Okay.
Oh,
I talk
God.
to
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. I got paid off for a hug one time, didn't I? Think about that. I got paid off for a hug by Lana Austin. Made for a good meme though.
Memes are life.
Memes are life.
Memes are life. I don't do much memes. I used to do them like I used to do them with everything.
What, memes?
Yeah.
I can't live without memes.
I've just stopped using
them. If I'm not right, if there is ever a day where I'm not either tagging someone in a meme or have been tagged in a meme, that's a shite day. That is a sad day. You
see, I used to have a shit ton of memes saved on my phone because again it was one of those things where I think I've never used it but I might use it, so I should keep it, and then
it's one of them things you just think, I don't need it. It's a bit like a condom, I'd rather have one and not need it than need it and not have it. It's one of them ones.
Although since I've obviously switched to a new Stasi LG for Android there. Fuck iPhone. Not that shit.
Yeah, enjoy taking Snapchats on a potato.
Wait, with your phone?
Shit house.
Oh.
iPhone, what you say? I'm loyal. iPhone.
I was loyal until I found out their shit.
Yeah, they're even worse. They blow up in your pockets.
No, that's the Samsung S8.
What is a Samsung? It's an Android.
Well, this isn't a Samsung. This is a
don't care. It's still an Android.
Well, it's an Android.
Turtle and
blow up.
Turtle and tortoise, same bloody thing.
No, they're fucking not.
One's on land, one's in the sea. Same species.
Well, no, they're different.
Don't care. Same subspecies.
Then the shell.
Actually, watch the documentary on this. Tortoise is actually a turtle.
So you're telling me that despite the fact they look fucking that
Brave Wilderness, go and check that out. I'm telling you. He will tell you the difference. It's one of the best channels on YouTube. I'm a bit of a wildlife, well, not whiz, but I'm a bit of a wildlife geek. I know this shit. Go and check Brave Wilderness out. I'm telling you.
They're not the same.
He will tell you different. There are a lot of similarities, a lot of differences, but they are very, very similar species.
Well, similar.
It's going to be a wrestling show talking about bloody reptiles.
Well, to be fair, this is essentially this is pretty much what your thing is. You start talking about wrestling, then you go talk about dentist appointments and shit.
Yeah, to be fair,
and talking about hitting a pigeon on a Millie's thing.
Okay, no. That was on Millie, and then I took the opportunity. I was like, okay, Maury, Mr. Huckle, why did you do that? Why would you try to kill a pigeon?
It's weird because there's a window right behind you. I'm just seeing people just kind of walk in, just look in.
Oh yeah, just see pure feet. If you've got a foot fetish, this is a room for you. I don't, for the record, but
neither do I.
Each their
clean and all that. I don't do that shit.
Anyway,
yeah.
I believe you had a couple of questions.
Fuck you.
Again, no, I feel like being honest today.
So you're just gonna I normally do have questions, but those are questions that I prepare when I'm interviewing wrestlers or people.
Oh, I'm not as good as a wrestler. Is that it?
No, what I'm saying is that the questions I have, the questions that I planned out are things like, what's the favourite match you've been in? You know what? What's the favourite match you've been in?
Mark Davis.
Yeah, tell me about that. Tell me about how you got chopped by fucking. Yeah. He legit took a full-on chop from Mark Davis.
I believe that's still actually our pinned tweet on Twitter.
I don't fucking blame you, mate. I also got chopped by Dan Maloney.
Yeah, but you didn't have your top off your.
Mate, I'm a skinny bastard. I don't take my shit.
And I'm hardly Brock Lesnar out here, am I?
Well, you got more meat on your bones than I have. I mean, I couldn't. That's saying something that. Probably can't see it, but that's how fucking.
Yeah, that's the thumbnail right there. I hope you realise this. I hope you realise this.
Anyway, actually.
But yeah, anyway, just to paraphrase a little bit. We were at Kamikaze Pro on the round floor. Fantastic promotion if you've never seen them.
Kamikaze's brilliant. I went to. In fact, my last show was their show when I went to see Lana Austin there. That was brilliant. I would recommend them. So yeah.
Very, very. So many of the guys who run it, they're great.
Oh, they're really good to talk to. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember. It was Sean Custom. I can't remember who his original opponent was supposed to be, but he had to pull out for like reasons A to Z. I don't really remember.
So basically being a pussy.
I don't know, but you know, no comment.
No.
But yeah, anyway, they're like, Swagzilla, here's your new opponent for tonight, and then we just run the duels, and we're like, hang on a minute, and then Mark Davis comes out, me and Ash, we're like, oh shit, that's Mark Davis, and then I just had within a split second, I then have a flashback. Because I said to the Hunter brothers on the podcast, yeah, I'll take a job off Mark Davis any day.
That'd be no issue at all, yeah.
So that's me thinking, I'm just saying like this, I'm like, shit. Because
like,
not only is Davis there, not only are the boys there, but the Hunter brothers are also there, who we see at half time.
So
and then Jim and Lee both go to me, oh, you're fucked now.
So essentially, basically, every person who was involved in you making decisions to be chopped was
there. It was providence. That was meant to be. So I go up to him at the merch stand. I just, oh God, I had God knows how much to drink by this point. I needed it. I just go and I was like, hey Mark, how's it going, mate? He's like, yeah, you're right. I was like, you do me a favour, please? He's like, yeah, sure. I was like, you know, at the end of the show, any chance you could give me a knife edge chop? He's like, are you sure about this? I was like, absolutely. Yep. And like literally, to be fair to him, we're walking along because I think they kicked us. They eventually kicked us all out the Empire because I think we had to set up for something the next day.
Yeah.
So we did it by a kebab house or some shit like round the corner.
Fucking hell.
Just this random kebab house in Coventry, and then. I mean, obviously the video you'll just see, I sort of introduce it, I do it topless, and then Davis is just there waving like he usually does because he's a lovely, lovely man.
Yeah.
But he kept saying, he's like, are you sure about this? I was like, just hit me. I was a bit like the joke, I was like, come on, hit me, I want you to do it,
Come on, hit me.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And then he did, I swear to God, I couldn't get up for a solid 2 minutes. And do you know what the best bit of that video is?
What?
Just some bystander literally walks past, and I've actually subtitled it in there. Some bystander, ladies and gents, just walks past, points at me. You can't see him, but you can hear him. He just points and he goes like, that's someone's son. That's someone's son.
That's the best reaction that you could have got.
And then I went, oh God, my chest was already like, it looked like a bloody lobster, like within minutes. And then it's me, I used that show as priest because I went straight out with a few of my other mates after to a place called JJ's or Jack's, as it's locally known. And I just go there. I mean, my pal Tommy goes, what the hell took you so long? I thought the thing finished at 11, it's nearly midnight. I was like, A, since when do you give a shit what time I get there? B, I was like, remember how Ric Flair used to chop people in the chest all the time? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, there's a guy called Mark Davis.
Who hits like a fucking bitch.
Hits like a brick shithouse, pretty much. I was like, he's like, yeah, so, and then I was just pretty much flashed him. He's like, what the hell is that? I was like, that, my friend, is a big Australian bastard's handprint.
That's a lovely story for the grandkid, isn't it?
Oh God, my mum and dad were furious. No, absolutely. Because they thought he'd done it on purpose. My dad was gunning for him. You don't even understand. My dad was like, who is this guy? I was like, Dad, I asked him to do it. Yeah. They were like, they're like, my mum goes, why would you ask someone to do that, you absolute monk? And I'm like, it's funny. I'm like, there's me trying to make, she's like, hey, loads of fans do it. She's like, I don't care. Look at the size of it. He shouldn't have hit you that hard. I was like, well, what would be the point if he didn't?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm going to say, you get chopped by wrestling, you want them to go hard for it.
I'll just put something up for the record. There is a few more I actually do want to get chopped by in my time.
Yeah.
One is Matt Riddle, because I've heard his, I mean, obviously former UFC fighter.
Yeah, he's going to be fucking...
I've heard his absolute...
He's going to hurt like a fucking brick.
I've heard his absolute... Well, someone on... who like I've spoken to a few times on social media called Beth Preston.
Yeah, I think I know, yeah.
she took a chop off him and it looked red raw, and I was like, how bad it is? Just out of interest, she's like, seriously bad. I was like, Mark Davis bad? She reckons they're worse. And I'm like, I don't see it, but I need to try it.
You see, that's one of those things, isn't it? Taking a chop of a wrestler is one of those really bizarre things that you know it's gonna hurt like an absolute bitch.
You don't know how much it's
exactly,
gonna hurt.
and actually that's what I said about this again at my last show, which also last awesome last Kamikaze Pro show. Well, that last show in general. That was the main event of that was Dan Maloney returning to Kamikaze Pro, and I lost my shit because I didn't know he was announced on the card, so I marked the fuck out for that, and I went through and he was chopping his opponent like a motherfucker.
They say Dan Maloney's a big boy as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Doing that, I was there thinking to myself, I wonder what those actually. I mean, I know they hurt because it's the rest of the chop that's going to hurt.
I think you just wanted to sort of try and steal my thunder a bit. You thought, this guy signed by WWE, I'll one up you.
Well, you know, why not?
Fair play to you for taking it.
Yeah.
Well, even if it was on shirt.
Well, mate, I'm a skinny motherfucker. I'm not going to take my shirt off.
And I've seen Zack Sabre Jr.
Mate, okay, he's skinny.
I'm not acting Zack Sabre Jr. by the way. He's a fantastic wrestler, but you know, he's hardly like Lesnar, is he?
He's not Lesnar. Well, that's the thing, is that he's not like a bit, but he's still well built a bit. Again, you go back to the whole, I'm not going to do that again, it's another thumbnail shit. But, mate, I am skin and bone. They're never for me at all, okay? You've got something on you.
I'm just a bit big, ain't I?
Well, you're bigger than me, that's something.
Yeah.
With that, if I took it off, that would have killed me, so. And I don't think
do you know what? He seemed to hold back quite a bit as well.
He did, and
I felt bad for him as well, because he was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I just thought, you know, he's on thin ice as well, because he's WWE. I just thought, oh god.
Well, I mean,
I just thought if he seriously hurt you here, he's fired.
Well, I mean, that's why.
I noticed you didn't even at him in the video.
Yeah. That's why. When I posted it, I did two things. One, I didn't tag him or anyone.
Sorry, I need to put this thing on silent, don't I? Really?
Actually, mine on silent. It probably isn't. Well, if it rings, it rings.
My ringtone's Bobby Roode's theme song.
My ringtone is. Do you know Dream Theater?
No.
Alright, well, we'll see you next time.
Behave, sir.
Okay, I'll take this opportunity to educate you.
Go on, then.
They are a progressive rock band, basically. They are known because they do really long songs, like, I think their shortest one is 5 minutes.
Holy shit.
In fact, right, my favourite album that they've done is Black Clouds and Silver Linings. The average song length on that is 10 minutes. My ringtone is the outro guitar solo for The Best of Times, which is written by the drummer Mike Portnoy, who's left now for fucking whatever reasons. And that is one of the greatest guitar solos ever performed by anyone. By God himself. I'm not religious, but by God himself, John Petrucci.
I don't recall playing a guitar.
Is your name John Petrucci?
Doesn't need to be.
Go on then, all powerful being, show me something.
At Sweeney in your nine, that's my fucking name. Respect that. Dream Theater, oh yeah.
What is this show?
Hey, your show.
What the fuck is this?
I'm following your lead, man.
Well, see, that's fair as well, because I'm also following your lead.
Anyway, look at, just to give you some context, look at, right, the sides of my hand and the sides of this microphone.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, to be fair, you told me to buy that.
I never said buy this.
Well, okay.
I just said buy a microphone. I never specified.
I sent you the exam because you know much more about this shit than I do. What I know is that it plugs in and it picks up sound. That's the
Man.
Okay, look.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm kind of the one doing the degree in this.
Yeah. Well, mate, I mean, have you seen the fucking studio we're in? You got like, or.
Yeah,
full on you the microphone.
This is just one of them. We've got 4 of these in here. We've got 2 monitors. We've got like a proper deck.
I mean, will that even go into the camera shot? I mean, look at that. That's what they're using. I mean, they got fucking 4 of these things.
Let's just get that out of my face, yeah. No.
I mean, in comparison to like this thing, though. I mean,
nah. To be fair, Rode's good.
Rode's a fucking. I mean, obviously, little plug there. Well, I thought you can see that, but yeah. Road, I Heart Road, because they're good and shit.
That was such a cheap plug.
I'm all about them cheap plugs.
So cheap. I hope they're bloody paying you because that
No,
was atrocious.
No, they're not. Well, they do good shit. So why not promote them a bit? I mean, it's the same. You know, it's the same when I'm plugging wrestlers in the description. They're not paying me. I just like them, so I'll do it.
Yeah, to be fair, that's one thing I do appreciate. Like, obviously for guys like us, because we're still like kind of. I mean, obviously you've got bigger following than us in terms of like social media.
Well, 46 on YouTube. No, 50 now.
Well, in terms of like Twitter and that,
yeah.
but I just think as well, it doesn't. The only way I just think the only way it really benefits the wrestlers is it gives them a bit of exposure. Like for some fans, if they see it, it's like, you know, sort of. I don't know, sort of take a little dive into the person behind the character. Yeah. So that it benefits them in that way. They can sort of tell their story. Yeah. Gives them a little bit of exposure. But for us, it's sort of like, in a way, obviously it'll help boost our following if we get the right kind of traction from it. But at the same time, it also builds a very good rapport within the industry.
It does, yeah.
Because, you know, we've been at shows now, like we've seen Lee and Jem, and like we're really good mates with them. Omari text most days. He's a.
I got one.
Oh God, Omar! I swear to God.
Yes,
Omar, I'm gonna kill you next time I see you.
Watch out! Yeah. You might be dying soon, Omar. So yeah, R.I.P.
Oh God, it's just he loves that bloody word local.
Oh, I'm gonna love hearing you tell me that story.
I have to tell Millie McKenzie that story.
That's gonna be great. Make sure we treat him for that shit. That's gonna be.
I have to be fair, she's turning 18 soon, but I remember at the time I was thinking I'm gonna have to tell a child this story. This is just bad. Oh God, bless her.
I'm sure she will love
whatever innocence she has left is just gonna be rubbed.
Whatever innocence she left at that point is out the window. That's
just not involved. I'm not involved in this, mate.
Well, you're not involved, but you still tell her, and that'll be interesting for me to hear anyway.
Oh God, I'm sure it will. I'm sure she'll absolutely love me after that one.
Well, it'll be more affectionate of Amari than you, to be honest.
Oh, no. Amari's just going to be... right. Visual representation of how Amari's going to be sit there. Imagine this is popcorn.
I mean, this might be, again, me and the life of the movie with the Michael Jackson thing in there, it's like...
Yeah. Oh, and thrilling. It'll literally be like that.
That infamous meme that's gone, that's just... That's now...
Every time there's like... Anytime there's Twitter beef, it's always there. It's always like the top one. Iconic stuff.
It's brilliant. That is...
Iconic stuff.
Moist on the microphone, there's moisture. I know people hate that word, so enjoy that.
Okay, I'm just not involved anymore. You do you. I'm not...
I'm a wig.
Anyone, if you could gift that, the way he just said moisture, right, if anyone could gift that, do it, because I am never losing that gift in my life again.
Fuck. I might take that out of the video.
Absolute pussy you are, man.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Soft as shite, man. Anyway, we continue.
Completely going off fucking track at this point.
Oh, what a surprise.
Well, that's just one. I blame
KOA 3 is no different, don't worry.
Yeah, that is the thing. I'm blaming you at this one. Because KOA 3 is between 1 and 3 hours. Well, no, 45 minutes and 3 hours of just dicking around. You're talking to wrestlers.
We're informative, but we just take the piss a lot.
Yeah.
It's one of them ones.
It's essentially that, yeah. It's a very unique way of doing it, I'm going to phrase it.
But people seem to like it, so...
People seem to like it, I mean, it's a dive, as you said, it's a dive into their backstory and all that shit.
I know. Well, it gives them a chance just to sort of be a fan, Because one thing I did enjoy, I enjoyed with all of them, really, you know, obviously they'll think interview, I've got to be really formal, this and that, you know, I've got to give really solid answers, make sure I come across well. Yeah. Whereas we just we like to think we give them a chance just to sort of let loose, like, I'm just chilling with the boys kind of thing. Yeah. It's essentially, I mean, even if it's like with Millie and Charlie, just one of the lads.
It is, yeah.
Just like one of the lads. Like Millie was quite shy at first, bless her. But,
no, I could tell you to tell.
But like, if she got more into it. Well, one thing we noticed was like her...
more with it as the thing went on.
Yeah, well, it was like her body language, because she was sort of like quite... Closed a bit reserved first, but then after a while, you know, because we gave her a sofa. wear like a big leather sofa.
And
then she's just there chilling like, yeah, Suplex Davis, Seema, Devlin, Mark Haskins, yeah, standard shit. But yeah, it was just a chance for them to let loose. Like, like even Charlie, because like we ended up talking about stuff in Australia. She was giving me stuff like how much a beer cost. By the way, it's a fuck ton of money. Hunter Brothers again, that was the best one. Colin, Russell Ames from Kamikaze Pro, another fantastic guy. Best ring announcer in the country. In my
well, as far as he's the best announcer in the world. I mean, he's got it all. Yeah, got charisma, got it.
I get serious Paul Heyman vibes from when he makes his entrance.
Oh, so yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, I love it. Shout out to you, mate. I love.
Shout out, yeah. I gotta say, massive shout out to you. You're fucking quality announcer.
Absolutely fantastic guy. Hopefully, we'll get you back on the show next year.
Hopefully, I get you on this show at some point.
I'm just asking. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I mean, as a lot of my viewers have probably realised at this point, I don't try to limit it to wrestlers. You know, I mean...
Well, you've had Oliver Newman.
I've had Oliver Newman, and also, Steve Valentino, he's also a wrestler, but he's also a promoter. He owns PWS at this point, so I like to expand the market in a way, I guess you could say that.
We just broaden the horizons.
Broaden the horizon, yeah.
Well, that's why, that's why we had Colin on, that's why we've had, Travis Glossop, who's... when we first had him on, he was just a fan, that we knew from uni. Excuse me. We worked with him on a few bits and pieces, and then he became the commentator, and we're like, come on again if you like. So again, I mean, we've got to know quite a lot of people in Kamikaze Pro. There's Carl as well. I've met him. I met him at the last show I went to. He'll often interact with us on Twitter and that. Yeah. He gave us a really good show because we did a review show on Underground 4. Yeah. And he put it a really, really intricate way. He put it in a very intricate way to describe what the podcast was. Yeah. I think it might have been with the Hunter Brothers, I'm not sure, but it was something along the lines of if you like pro wrestling intertwined with just about everything else in the world, this is the podcast for you. Shout out to him. It was a very good very good analogy of what the show is.
I mean, to be fair, that is the most accurate description of your show I've ever heard. I mean, the primary thing is obviously wrestling. Whole Kickin Out At Three thing, the 3 count. Yeah. That is the main thing. But
it was like the 3 count, and obviously there's 3 of us who do it. And it used to be a case of we'd put it out at 3 every day, and we do it on the Wednesday, like the 3rd day of the week. So there's a lot of 3s involved. I don't know, whereas now the episodes tend to go on like a Thursday or a Friday. Yeah. And there's sometimes just 2 of us, or as there is now, there's like 1.
There's not 1
just
because of
just me.
Bit of a mix up there.
It's fine. It's fine. We can do it.
We can do it, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there will be another point, where we'll do this game with Lee and Ash, with us. That'll be a...
Yeah, Lee and Ash, they'll be well up for it.
Yeah, that'd be, yeah.
I mean, it's weird how we actually started this because basically there's a place just obviously they can't see on the camera, but just like over there behind the Curzon building called Unilocks, which is an accommodation. Leaf had lived in it last year, but it was a bit of a social hub as well. Like everyone who didn't even live there, they would just go there. Yeah. And it would be a case, me, Ash, and him, we would just sit there like for hours on end, just talking about wrestling, taking the piss out of it, this and that. And one of our good friends, Martha, who's been on the show before, she would just go like, God, you don't shut up about wrestling, you should do a podcast. And we're like, maybe one time. And then January 2017, a lot of us went to Dublin. Again, me, Ash, and Lee are there. Yeah. And on the second night we were there, because we had to, because of how cheap it was. I do apologise, I got a very itchy nose. I'm not on cocaine, I swear. Not today.
What's what you say?
But it's like we're just in this like little tiny apartment in Dublin, and we're just huddled around Leaford's iPhone 6 because he told us, he's like, have you seen Okada Omega 1? Because it just happened to Wrestle Kingdom.
That was at Wrestle Kingdom 12 or 11, wasn't it?
11.
Yeah.
And I was like, have you seen it? He was like, have you seen it? I was like, no, I haven't yet, but I've heard loads about it. And we just...
6 stars, that's it.
We just sat huddled around this iPhone going fucking apeshit at this match. And then, again, just the whole time we just started talking about wrestling. And then we just said, right, when we get back at, properly back to uni, we'll do a couple of lessons with our radio module, and we'll give it a go. We'll just do one, it goes well, we'll continue. If not, we've tried it, didn't work out, that'll be it.
And now 60 episodes.
60 episodes, technically 63 because we did a couple of like 0.5s, but yeah, like 16 months later, and 60 something episodes later,
and you're now getting messages on the show.
You know, 7 or 8 pro wrestlers later, and we're still here.
It's fucking mental. I mean, you are doing...
Some of the names we've had, to be fair, even I can't believe.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one we had was Drew McIntyre on his final indie show.
I mean, that there, someone who is I think former NXT champion, is he? I think that is a fucking big name.
Well, this was right before he went to NXT. It was a WC. I remember I got like an opportunity to go there. The boys are still kind of mad at me for this because it was only me who got the chance.
Fuck.
But I couldn't help it. They just needed one guy. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. Some behind us.
Yes, I'm behind this. And I just got the opportunity. I didn't know who I'd be interviewing that day. I went into that show on about an hour's sleep, hungover as shit because it was my mate's birthday the night before. Oh god, I was in a bad way. But I managed to sober up enough, and then they were like, I think it was Kenny McIntosh who does Inside the Ropes because he was still with What Culture at the time. It was WCPW.
Oh yeah, that's now it's died now, isn't it? WCW.
It's
Divine now, isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. At the time, who was on it? It was Alberto El Patron, but he wasn't at the meet and greet. I think he was running later on, but he was on. But he was on the show. He was on the show in the end. Cody Rhodes, who I met, nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of this.
Stu Bennett, formerly known as Wade Barrett.
Defiant now.
Rey Mysterio, and then there was Drew McIntyre, or Drew Galloway as he still was.
Yeah.
And Kenny says, like, who do you want? I just said, well, in an ideal world, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And this is like not discrediting Drew in any way.
Yeah.
But I just said, but I can imagine you've probably got a lot of media guys here who want Rey Mysterio because he is the biggest name on this show. And then I just said, look, if you could get us either Cody or Drew, that would be absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
And about an hour later, he said, look, we'll give you, we've got Drew for you. If you want to go and sit up in the bleachers, we'll be ready. And I just thought, I'd still got to meet Cody, do a 2-sweet with him.
Oh,
before they got cease and desisted. And I remember Drew came up because the mad thing about Drew McIntyre was when I was like 10 or 11, we used to, like, me and my family used to go like Butlins a lot down in Bognor Regis.
Yeah.
And they used to have, like, every 2 weeks they'd have I think now it's Next Gen.
Yeah.
But it used to just be called Butlins Super Slam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it was great. I think there was so many. I think the Brooklyn Brawler was on at one time.
Oh my god.
But it was fantastic. And then the second one I went to, Drew Galloway was on it.
Yeah.
It was like back in the day when he was doing the camp stuff. He'd like wear a kilt and stuff like that. And we saw him there. I think I might have met him. I really don't remember, to be honest. But then I remember like six months later, because Mum was like in the room, we were watching SmackDown, what it was like used to get played on a Saturday on Sky.
Yeah.
And then he made his debut, and me and Mum just sort of looked at each other like, he was at fucking Butlins. He was at Butlins about 6 months ago. He's on SmackDown now.
Oh my god.
And I remember telling him that. And one thing as well, I mean, I know I'm kind of big, but he towered up. I mean, I'm 6'4", he's about 6'6".
I'm about 4'3".
Oh my! I just looked at this guy. I was like, oh my goodness gracious me!
Oh Jesus!
I shook his hand. I've never genuinely felt kind of intimidated. I was like,
god.
My god! And plus as well, just think, he's going back to WWE.
Yeah. I
was like, holy shit! I just think. I know he looked big on TV, but I didn't think he'd be that big in person.
Oh my god!
I mean, that was my first interview, so I was kind of. It probably comes across. I was kind of tired and nervous for that one.
When you fucking, I was shitting to do this interview with a minute. I was absolutely crying myself.
No, but it was good though. I mean, that straight away there was that one. And that was fantastic. We got a load of like people do intros like Prince Amin, Martin Kirby, Adam Blampier before What Happened. Who else as well? Who did we get? Drew obviously did one as well. I met loads of people that day. It was madness. But I'd say, do you know what was one thing about the show? Now, obviously, a lot of indie shows do like meet and greets and stuff.
Yeah.
But this one was more like a convention because it was at the. If you've ever been to Coventry, yes, it was at the Sky Dome.
I've never been there. I've been to Coventry. Never.
You've been for CPW,
Yeah.
but in town it's like right next to the IKEA. We've got like our own like indoor ice skating arena or ice hockey arena, whatever it's called.
Same.
Multi-purpose. TNA used to do house shows there, pretty much. And WWE did back in the day as well. But it was there, and because I think we were there from about what? Because they had a convention from like 1 in the afternoon to 4, and then it was like a case of, wrestlers can go through the spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like because they built the ring. Because I've got a picture by the ring where I'm trying to be a model, but I'm just not. But
I think we all have that.
Well, one thing that got me, it was so much different because then I went to Fight Club Pro like not long after.
Yeah.
And it's so much different because there's not really a convention, as much as they're doing one for the upcoming show.
Yeah.
There's not really like a convention as such.
Yeah.
It's more a case of, wrestlers, once they've had their match, either before or after, they'll come and sell their merch, they'll talk to you like before and after the show or even midway through. Whereas this one, it was a case they had like a 3-hour convention and... you had all like, because it was the Mexico show, they had a lot of guys from like Lucha Underground and stuff like that. It was Pentagon, Ray Phoenix, Drago, Juventud Guerrera.
Yeah.
Those are, a lot of like Lucha Libre legends essentially.
Oh my god.
But here's what I couldn't believe. I got in for free obviously because of press access.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
I'm trying to get that.
Well, here's the thing. I couldn't believe the money that was being spent at this show, at this thing.
So my guess is it maybe a couple of $100 million.
Well, but you wouldn't more pretty much. You wouldn't believe it. Like obviously you had the guys that like Eligero, Martin Kirby, principally like the WCPW guys, like B Priestley, Scott Wainwright.
Yeah.
They're like charging maybe £5-10 to have a picture.
Yeah.
So that just a standard thing. It's just their like running costs essentially.
Yeah.
And they're selling merch, but then you've got like I don't know how much the Mexican guys were charging, but then you've got the main 5. You've got like Cody and Brandy Rhodes.
Oh yeah.
Drew, Ray, Del Rio wasn't there.
No showing events. Doesn't that sound familiar?
But people are literally just for a photo, like a photo and a 2-minute conversation, they're paying £25 a pop. That's not the worst.
Oh my.
You've done. I mean, obviously, like the T-shirts because they're like Bullet Club merch for Cody and stuff like that. They're like 25-30 a pop. But then Drago was selling a few of his masks.
Yeah.
And you know how Drago's masks look. They're unreal. But
they're proper grey matters, aren't they?
But the replica ones he was selling, you sort of feel them. It felt a bit like your standard Halloween mask you'd buy.
Yeah.
Same material. People were paying £80 to £100 per mask. But people were paying this per mask. There was thousands and thousands getting spent that day. Like people would then have a picture with Rey Mysterio. Then you would go back, get in line, get another A4 another A4 that they could get signed. Have another picture. Then go and get back in line for like Cody, Drew. If they'd have done all 5, that's that's over £100 right there.
See that's
I couldn't believe the money that was involved with this show. And then you have like Fight Club, which is like a lot more like rural. Yeah. It's a lot more rugged. I mean, I prefer Fight Club. It's the best promotion in the country.
It's my favourite promotion in the country. It's brilliant.
But I just couldn't. But the difference. It was just like it was like it was like polar opposite essentially.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just thought.
God.
You ever see that bit in The Simpsons where Homer's like, oh, so much money.
Yeah.
And I just there, like, he's just handed out £80 for a mask that he's only going to wear it, like, maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Then there's T-shirts, they're like 20 or £30.
T-shirts are more...
There's like signed A4,
wear them more often,
there's other pictures, and then you've got like beer, food, because there's like a Papa John's inside. I just thought the money these guys obviously a lot goes to the wrestlers because it's like their merch.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but in terms of like, but the thing is, the wrestlers like the top guys like Cody, Ray, and all that. Yeah. They weren't the ones selling their meet and greets. What Culture were like they were selling the things £25 you can meet Rey Mysterio. So I don't know what cut they would have got. I know Ray would have got a fortune because I've heard like his appearances are anywhere between 10 and 20,000.
Well, he's a wrestling legend in any respect.
He has every right to charge whatever he likes, as far as I'm
wants.
concerned.
He is one of the greatest of all time, so he can get away with anything, and quite rightly as well, to be honest.
I know, but I couldn't believe it. Just thought, there's literally thousands and thousands of pounds flying around here as if it's nothing.
Oh my god!
And then there's me. I couldn't believe. I remember saying to my mum, I was like, "You don't realise how much I just got for free."
Yeah.
And I've said that to everyone. Like, you just don't realise. I mean, that's the thing.
Something that not because
that's the beauty of like the course I do, the industry I want to go into. I just think if I can get press accreditation, especially for stuff like that.
Oh my god, that is a gold.
Because I did 4 that year. I did Fight Club twice, Kamikaze, and WCPW.
Yeah.
I just thought the amount of stuff I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
You know, the people I'm getting to meet. And the money I'm seeing flying around as if it's nothing. I just think,
oh my god,
this is insane. And the setup as well, it looked a lot like a Ring of Honor or a WWE house show, so it was very impressive.
Yeah.
I just think it just showed though. Doesn't it just show how far the British Indies have come now that they don't have that kind of production value alone?
Yeah, and again, I was so naive going into my first independent wrestling show because I've got a friend in Scotland who is very big. You know, he's a huge fan of the Scottish indie scene.
Like ICW.
Yeah, ICW, Rex Intense, all that sort of. And I mean, to be fair, indie stuff in general, he's a big fan of. And I was talking to him for a few months, probably years actually, before I went to my first independent show, which was 2016 October. Can't remember the exact day, but it was a Southside Wrestling Entertainment thing. That was the Queen of the Ring, and I went there primarily to see Lana Austin because I heard a lot about her. And that was.
Is that when you made that bloody T-shirt?
What the Lana took.
Keep calm and something. I don't know. I remember seeing a picture.
The only custom T-shirt I made of Lana is the Lana 316 says I just took a selfie.
That's the one. Yeah.
That wasn't what I made. I did that one later for my first and actually the first Battle Island show, and but that was basically her saying that is amazing. I want that in a T-shirt. I'm not sure if she's being serious or not. So I just thought, well, you know what?
This is still Lana.
Oh yeah. And so I just thought, well, you know what? I'll print it off in a T-shirt. It cost £5 per T-shirt, maybe because I just do sort of casual fit, whatever you call it.
Market stuff.
She really wanted it on a T-shirt, so I said, you know what, I'll just do it. So I brought it to Vessel Island. Got it out just before I met her, and I was standing talking to Graham Williams, who's also very big. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every Facebook post, he's always there.
And to be fair,
he's dedicated. Shout out to that guy.
To be fair, I can't talk shit about him because
I've never met him. To be fair,
he's a great guy, and to be fair, I'm the same with Millie, so I can't say anything. I know I am. I can't say anything about his fandom of Lana because I do the same with Millie. If she posts something, I read all her posts. I know.
I know.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got to stop it. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how I actually ended up meeting Lana?
I don't think. All I know is that you interviewed her and you were shooting yourself, and that's about it. God, right, let's hear the story.
Well, there's the story. Right, pretty much. I remember it was like way before I was doing like press work, and I think it might have been just after WCPW.
Yeah.
For some reason, because there was like a few guys like David Yall, they like added me on Facebook. I was like, okay, you're into wrestling, you own a promotion, why not? And then I saw I remember seeing Lana's name come up. I was like, oh shit, Lana Austin. I was like, add. I just thought, let's see what happens. And then a couple of days later, Lana Austin accepted. I was like,
fair
sound
enough.
Nice,
solid, nice
cool.
one, yeah.
Suits me. And then because I think I did work experience. It was around this time last year, I believe.
Yeah.
For Birmingham Eastside, which operate here.
Yeah.
And that's when I first went to Fight Club and Kamikaze. Went to both shows like on the corresponding Fridays in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And like I DM'd Lana. I was like, look, I'm coming to this show. I'd love to interview you. Would you be up for that? She's like, yeah, of course. Just let me know.
Yeah.
And because it was a lot harder getting like access, so to speak, to Kamikaze at the time because of certain things with the promoter than it was for Fight Club, because I managed to track down Martin Zaki on social media. So I added him, messaged him saying, look, is it cool if we come down? We want to cover the show, get a few interviews. He was like, yeah. By all means, you come down. Even Trent Seven, he came up to us. He's like, "You the guys from East Side?" He was like, "We're like, yeah." He's like, "I was going to message you again earlier, but then Zaki told me he'd already done it."
Oh, okay, yeah.
So shout out to Trent, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Very nice man.
Hilarious, man.
He's brilliant.
But yeah, so it comes to the day, and it was meant to be me and Ash, but then Ash got called into work, so he couldn't really say no. So there's me. I'm getting the train because it was only in I think it was at Lee Hall.
Yeah.
The social club just by the station.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I can never remember what it's called, but Meadway. That's the one. I think Meadway. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the train, and then it pulls up. I've got all this shit in my hands, like tripods, cameras. God. My jacket's around my waist because it's bloody hot that day.
I was cooking on my down.
So Bullet Club T-shirt. Yeah. Proudly on show. And then I'm just stood at the door, and I just sort of take a look to me right, and then there's a woman just sort of looking at me. I'm like, "Oh, hi, Lana." And she was right there. And she was just right there. I was like, "Oh, hello." I was like, "Oh, hello. You all right?" So literally, I just sit there, and I just sat with her. We sat by the fucking toilet for some reason. I don't even know why. I think it was the only free seat. But we just sat there, we were just talking about, and I remember just messaging the boys. I was like, yeah, you continue. You tell me about the Melina thing when you two got off in the ring. And
I was there for that.
That was legendary.
I was fucking there for that.
But then I was just sort of like, then in my head, and then I messaged them, like, I'm on the train with fucking Lana Austin. Like, I'm on the train. And they're like, picture it, and I was like, how am I supposed to just do that? That's just not happening. But
God.
we get to the show. I take it. I walk into the show because I knew where the venue was.
Yeah.
And it was funny because so many of the wrestlers and the people there, including Gabriel Kidd, who remembered me from WCPW, lovely guy. He thought I'd driven Lana down from Manchester.
Oh God.
And so many of the other guys were like, "Oh yeah, you came with Lana, did?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm interviewing her." Like, "Oh, you're interviewing her. We thought you would we thought you'd driven her down." I was like, "Do I sound like I'm from Manchester?" No, to be fair, no, it was great though. And then, funny story, because, we did the interview, that went really well. It was so much fun to do. And, it's got a ton of views. It's our most successful thing ever.
Yeah, well, 3,500 views, isn't it?
Might be, I think it's nearing 4 now, I suppose. But, then at Kamikaze, right before Davis killed me, pretty much, I'm walking down the stairs, because in the Empire there's a bit of a raised area, and then the stairs going down to the main stage where the ring was. We were going down there to try and find Trav just to say, "Oh yeah, great show, mate, fantastic." Yeah. So I'm walking down the stairs, and then I just feel on my arm twice. I'm like, there's me. I've had quite a bit to drink at this point. I'm just telling her I'm ready to throw hands. Who the fuck did that? And then I'm just like, and she's like, and she just sort of looks at me and she's like, I was like, Lana, big hug. She's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then a little bit later on, I just said, yeah, come over here a sec. She's like, "What's up?" I was like, "I just introduced you to the boys because you didn't get to meet them last time." And then she just goes to me, she taps me again, and she just looks at me like this. Let me just give you a visual representation. Okay. She looks at me like this. Both hands on her hip. She just looks up, because she's only little, bless her. She looks up at me. And she just goes, "Are you drunk?" It was like the most disappointed mum thing. I know she's a mum of 3, so I feel like her maternal instinct kicked in. She just goes, "Are you drunk?" And I was just there like, "Yeah." I was like, "A little bit." She's like, "Oh, damn." And I was just like, she was just like a disappointed mum. I was like, Lana, I'm going out in a minute. Give me a break.
Can I some slack, will ya?
I was like, Lana, what? I was like, you know, it was a bit like that Brendan Burns thing. Exactly what was supposed to happen. Like, what did you think I was gonna do? No, to be fair, it was so funny. I mean, I don't know if she'd remember, but she just looked at me like such a disappointed mother.
Okay, so that is the most mum thing ever.
It really is.
It's like...
No, it's a funny old story, but
that's brilliant.
no, hopefully I'll see Lana again soon, because I do love it a bit.
I'm seeing on the 30th of the... I'm not sure if I'll put this way, probably have. I'm interviewing on the 30th of the Newbie Wrestling Association. That'll be that should be a big one, I hope.
Yeah. That's the day after International Tech is, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, go on Millie's Facebook.
Don't go on our fucking Facebook! Please, for the love of God, don't do that!
No.
We'll say that, well, you know what? We'll save that for the podcast, as that is more than me.
Yeah, okay? I'm going to say, I'm saving that for us. So wrap this up.
This is sort of you thing, that'll be a me thing, so we'll
wrap this up.
We'll balance it now, yeah, so, yeah, that'll be
It's not rinsed in the most simple way.
Just, yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing. I don't even know why it was so funny.
Yeah, well, we'll end this here. Literally, immediately after this, we're going to be doing another thing, so no rest of the movie there, but before we do, and I'm doing this because, again, I do those all my interviews. I know they're Kickin Out At Three on social media, aren't you? You're on
at KOE3 Official on Twitter and Facebook. KOE3_official on Mixcloud for the podcast every week. _KOE3_ official on Instagram.
I like how you got completely memorised. I can't even remember. I can't remember.
Do you even know your own name?
Tom.
Are you sure? You're absolutely sure.
I think so.
Are you sure, man? You're absolutely sure. You're positive, yeah? A lot of pressure on you. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, come on.
So that's the social media. Those will all be linked in the description. The links for my page, my Twitter, my Instagram now, which I've started linking recently. That isn't an official Best of British Uni thing. That's just my thing. But I do post Botbeat on there.
I love that.
Well, it's a bit actually, isn't it? Botbeat. Best of British. That's a bit of a twin time. Best of British Uni.
I always keep saying BOBTI.
I say Botbeat as that's just how I envisioned it when I made that logo. Is I just thought Botbeat. Well, you can't put Best British has been the hair. Best British on the T-shirt, can you? It's too long, really.
Depends how ambitious you are. Anyway,
yeah. That's it now. So those will be linked. Mine will be linked. My next interview, not counting the next thing we're going to do, will be with Lana on the 30th. I've got another interview which is pretty much confirmed now, so I'll announce that now. I'll just confirm it later. So I will be interviewing Dynamics and Natalie while the Power Couple. I'm also repping their T-shirt. Cheap plug there. I'll be interviewing them at CPW Coventry Pro Wrestling on the 7th. That'll be happening, and then up till then I don't know what I'm doing, so yeah. So in my life. So after that, who knows what the fuck happened. So I'll see you Lana's interview, and we will see you in a second.
Goodbye.
Basically, goodbye. Where's my mask on? There it is.